G'day guys, welcome to the southern end of Vancouver Island. The Juan De Fuca trail. I'm not doing the trail, but like the coastline. It's a cool name. And it is full of just mystical places. like this fairy lake. It's literally called Fairy Lake. There's a tree right in the middle of the lake that is growing out of a tree. It's kind of hard to describe, but I'll show you some footage of it. I've seen it in photos, and it's a lot bigger than I thought. I've been waiting here for the last, probably 4 hours. Yep, since sunrise. Waiting for it to clear up a little bit, hopefully get some sun, just like lighting up the leaves. I'm going to do long exposures of this tree, and then move on down and go to the ocean. And I'll bring you guys with me. I've got my camera over there. I'm gonna zoom on in on this tree and see if I can't do some long exposures at like 400 mil. Should be fun. Alright, let's get to it. So I've got a ND64 on right now, shooting at 15 seconds, f9, ISO 100. And what I'm gonna do, because the tripod's so aggressively extended and this thing is super wobbly when you're zoomed in that much, I'm going to hit the 10-second timer and then do the continuous shutter. So it's going to, after I hit the shutter, it's going to take 10 seconds, so it gives it time to just steady itself, and then over the next 2 or 3 minutes it's going to take a couple photos at 15 seconds a piece. That way that one of them should be tack sharp with no wobble, no nothing, because this is precarious and I don't like it, but I want to get that shot. This is what my life looks like right now. Just absolute chaos. I decided to go on a little last minute road trip and just sleep in my car and see what happens. And there is shit everywhere after 5 days of rain. So anyway, let's go. Holy shit, I've just seen an owl. Just like as I was drive off into the woods, fly off into the woods. So, alright, I'm not sure how I'm gonna do this. Let's go find that little sucker. It's so pretty. I just like flew across. There it is. Oh my god. I don't know how I'm gonna film this and shoot this. So this might get a bit messy. Fuck. This is. Just approaching him as slow as I can. I don't know if you can see him, but he's up there in the tree. So pretty. It's so pretty. I'm gonna stop vlogging now and we'll just go to whatever I can actually capture of this owl behind me in the tree. And no, stay there, buddy. Stay there. Just putting this camera down. Holy crap, that was amazing. They let me get up like unreasonably close to it. And then it actually flew down at one point, landed at my feet and grabbed a worm and then flew off into the trees, which I thought it was going to attack me, and I just stood still and I was like, I'd be fine, everything's fine. I'm blown away. That was quite the experience. Alright, I'm gonna get my shit together and compose myself after that, and then let's go take some photos of the beach, I guess. So we're heading down to Botanical Beach, Botanical Cove, or whatever the sign said. From what I've read, there is a bunch of like tidal pools down there. So So hopefully we can find some like cool compositions in underneath the water, and probably shoot with a circular polarizer so we cut the glare off, and maybe do some focus stacking. I'm not sure. I'm sure we'll figure out something while we're down there, come up with some sort of composition, and yeah, run you through the settings while we're doing it. The rain stopped, and the light's really pretty in here, so it's really peaceful. It's nice. I can hear the ocean in the background. But yeah, let's continue on. Go take some photos by the beach. I've calmed down since the owl. Sorry. Now I'm just gonna go and do some landscape photography. Yeah. So we made it down to the ocean, and it is the tide's a little bit higher than I thought. And the ocean's actually like raging in. So most of the tidal pools are actually, well, they're full, but they're full of like raging water. So I've decided I'm going to do a couple low exposures of the oceanscape. Well, that's actually might be the one. So right now I'm just waiting for a big set to come through and wash water all over all of these rocks. I did before, and I was down a lot closer. So I'm going to not be as close this time, and just wait for a big set to come through and hopefully get a really clean, minimalist kind of image. It might even be black and white, I'm not sure. But doing these shots is just, it's a matter of timing. So I've got my ISO set at 100, f8, ND64 on, and then I think it's a 2-second exposure, so I can get a bit of motion from the ocean. Imagine that. But yeah, now it's just a matter of hanging out and waiting for that proper shot to come through. Yeah, so I'm going to put this camera down and get back to that one. Alright, so I got the shot I wanted. Almost got wiped out by a wave while I was doing it. But the water came up, filled in all of this area in here, and then I got these really unique swells where the kind of the foam is swirling around and then sucking itself out. So I got a better shot than I was expecting, I think. Did one close-up of the scene that I was originally shooting, got a shot there, and then while the surge of ocean was coming in, I went wide and got another shot that was a lot wider, and then actually ended up being more of my favorite shot. But yeah, I think I've pushed my luck far enough here, so I'm gonna get off this rocky outcrop and see what else we find today. And then I think I'm gonna be here for a couple of days because this place is absolutely stunning. And I've already run out of time. It's already 2:30 and I've hit like 2 of 5 places that I wanted to and not even thought about the rest. So yeah. Alright, let's go take some photos or go for a walk or something, I don't know. So I found this beautiful spot on the shoreline. If you notice from our last shot, there was a rocky outcrop right at the end. We've walked down all the way towards that, but there's these little boulders down the side there, and the water keeps rushing over them. So I'm gonna throw that filter back on, the ND64, and do some close-ups of that with the shots in the background. I like with this frame the almost symmetry, the dark on one side and the light on the other, and then as you can see that like lead into the focal point right in the middle, which is the center of the frame. The lead in is the waves kind of crashing against the shoreline there. Alright. It has been raining since we took that last photo. Just hasn't stopped raining. Got the drone up for a little bit, flying around, rain, and I was like, whoa! And then, yeah, it's the next day. It's tomorrow now. It's today now. But now everything's wet. Everything in here is wet. But we're here to take photos, so let's go and do that. We're gonna go look for that hidden waterfall. I don't know where it is, and it's raining, so hopefully we find it. If we find it, cool. If not, cool. I'm gonna have another coffee, and yeah, let's go get wet, shall we? We made it. We bloody made it. The rain stopped, and just as I was walking in, everyone left. So we have this place all to ourselves. I'm so excited. It is stunning in there. It's really loud though, because the water's obviously rushing through and then dropping in, but like, it's stunning in there. It's also really dark, so I'm probably not even gonna have to worry about an ND filter. I've just thrown a circular polarizer on so we can take the glare off the walls and the rocks and however we see fit. I'm gonna be doing a lot of focus stacking, so taking photos of the start all the way to the finish so that everything's in focus. With landscapes like this, I don't really want the rocks in the foreground to be out of focus. I want them to be tack sharp. So doing long exposures with focus stacking in a wet environment and noisy might mean that I can't do a lot of video, but there's going to be some really good photos pop out of this, I think. So I'm really excited to get in there. Let's go take some photos, shall we? Oh man, feels good to, well, I was going to say it feels good to not be wet thanks to the rain, but I am drenched. But let's go take some pictures in this beautiful cave, waterfall thing. Shoes are also going to be drenched, but here we are. Whatever. Woo! But look at that waterfall. That is very crooked. That is very, very crooked. Right. Now I am absolutely drenched. I got a couple photos in there and then it just started pouring down and it is just dumping down outside now. I walked by this little sea cave on the way in, which is what I'm hiding in right now. Oh man, it's like, I don't know if you can see it or hear it. You probably can't hear a thing because the ocean's like coming in maybe 3 meters away. I should probably leave. I can just see like a couple big sets coming. There's some big swells coming through. Okay. They don't call this the Wild Coast for nothing. Holy shit. Yeah, it's time to go. I don't think I'm going to be filming much on the way back to the car. Fuck. Oh. Nasty. That was rotten seaweed. Sick. It's time to go back to the car and find somewhere dry to try everything. Oh shit. Alright, see you in a bit. Well, I hope you enjoyed the shit show that was that video. I'm back in Banff. It literally rained for 3 days straight and I was like, bugger it, I'm going home. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed that video. I'm nice and warm now. Finally. I can still feel the wetness from that trip, but it was an epic time. I'll see you guys next week. Peace.